What's up, investors? In this video, I'm going to share with you my entire long-term high growth portfolio. It's high growth. It worked for me thus far, but I'm just a random dude on YouTube. This is the fruit of 8 months of research. So we got some juicy stocks in there, especially number 6, which I love. So let's just go right into it.
This is Two Random Dudes
Invest. I have 60% of my portfolio into long-term trades in companies that I really believe in, and it's in a cost basis that I'm comfortable with. And then 40% is short-term to mid-term swing trades. In a following video, I'm going to share my swing trades and short-term strategy. I have my little notes. So my main focus is EVs, probably 60% of my portfolio. Have some in telehealth, some in genomics, some in 3D printing, some in tech like Apple, and some exposure in the China market because the Chinese economy is growing like crazy, and I want to have exposure to that with companies like JD, Neo, Xpeng. I'm going to make another video about just the EV market itself, and I'm going to get in depth on that. But today is really meant to be a quick overview, and I'm going to dive deeper in a following video. Let's get right into it. My biggest position right now is in Neo, which is a Chinese electric manufacturer. It's pretty baller company. They have a battery swapping technology, which is very promising. And they're actually producing vehicles as opposed to a lot of these American companies that are planning to produce vehicles in 2021, 22, up to 2024. But really, they're not producing anything right now. I'm looking at you, GMC. They're CGI commercials. It's not even real. My biggest position, 12% of my entire portfolio, is in Neo. So I like Neo, and I also like XPEV, which is Xpeng. Very promising. I also have quite a bit in Apple, which is my second biggest, 8%, almost 9. Apple is just the tree that keeps on giving. I'm starting a bigger and bigger position in the Ark Invest Genomics ETF. They also have a whole bunch of ETFs, but I really want to have more exposure into genomics. It's a very easy way to do it. Just buy ARKG. It grew by like 15% in the last month. I'm pretty happy with that. And I have a half position in print, which is 3D printing and automation ETF. An easy way to diversify in these sectors without busting your head and thinking about 1,000,000 companies competing against each other. They do all the work for me, so it's good. Next up in my long-term portfolio, I got CloudMD right here, which is a Canadian telehealth company, very promising. And also in that same sector, we got Well Health Technologies, also very promising. This company just keeps on buying and buying. It's in just like gargantua mode where it just eats up companies. Their expenses are high because they're buying a whole bunch of medical companies to become this kind of monster of a company. Once they do all the mergers that they want in their actually first phase, I'm pretty confident about this one, especially right here when it was actually hitting this $7 mark. People showed that they were willing to pay $7. This thing just came in flying. All right, moving on. We have SPE, ChargePoint, another SPAC that is going to merge with a charging company, ChargePoint. The warrant is actually an amazing deal if you're looking to actually hold this sucker for 20, 30 years. So with the warrant, it's at $17.50. Add $11.50. 12 plus 17. So that comes out to $29 per share, whereas it is trading right now for $38 per share, which is a pretty good price. But if you're looking long term, 29 sounds much better than 38. A killer deal on the stock. So that's why I like the warrants. Very excited about ChargePoint because it doesn't matter who is going to be top dog in the electric vehicle game. Everybody's going to need a charger. They're the biggest charging network in North America. So that says something. Before we continue, I'm going to share with you some juicy stocks that I bought down low and I sold up high, but very promising. I want to get back in them at a proper price. But now let's just tell you what they are. Very quickly, we got CISC, which is Arrival, very promising. We got GoEV, which is Canoe, also electric manufacturer. We got Ride, which is Lordstown Motors. I'm gonna get in more detail in the following videos about those stocks, but let's carry on. All right, moving on. We have Tattooed Chef. To diversify myself, I put some money in Tattooed Chef, just away from tech to another industry. That's my food play, Tattooed Chef. I also have JD, which is kind of like a Amazon, a smaller version of Amazon, but in China. When I read the article that these guys actually have automated delivery vehicles tested right now in China in one of the cities, I decided to invest because this looks pretty promising. All right, now I'm going to run down for the rest of the positions like XPEV, which is XPeng, another EV manufacturer. I have more faith in NIO than I have in XPeng, but I still want to have the exposure for it. A lot of lawsuits, but hey, they're actually producing electrical vehicles right now, unless you believe that short seller report that was launched a couple months ago. All right, we got MP, which is MP Materials Corp. So those are rare earth materials that are mined, that are going to be used in electric vehicle batteries. So this is a very interesting play. And then I have some exposure to the shroom stocks, which is mushroom psilocybin. I chose to go with Numinous Wellness. I call it Numi. BC-based company. Now is actually a pretty decent time to come in, especially if you could get at $1. That would be pretty sweet. The upside potential on these is quite large. And so there's Numi and there's also MindMed. All right, what else? I have a couple shares in AMD just because I like AMD. Shout out to them for their great processors. There's Palantir. I had a huge position Palantir and then I sold out. Now I regret it. But hey, you win some, you lose some. We got Longview Acquisition Corp, which is the Bill Gates backed SPAC merging with Butterfly. So they have a really portable ultra. I'm just gonna show you what they do. Hold up, forgot to mention when I was making this video about these two penny stocks that went wild, and that is Drone Delivery Canada and Vuzix. I like them. I feel they're very promising, but let's just keep it moving. We have Open Door, just a couple of little mini positions, BlackBerry, and then I had a whole bunch of positions but in EVs, but I sold out like Fisker. But I really am not that confident about the company just yet for myself. And there's now NGA, which is Line Electric. So this is a SPAC. I'm starting a position. I always wanted to get in, but it was like, when it goes up really fast like this, it seems like it's never a good time to get in on the stock because it just keeps on going and going and going. But right now it would have been actually a good time at 23, unless maybe it comes back down. So I'd want to get some shares at 17. I mean, if you get them at 15, that'd be pretty fantastic, but we'll see if they actually get there. But moving on, Halion, used to believe in them, but I'll talk about them in the EV focused video coming up. All right, so that wraps things up. If you got any value out of this, I would really appreciate a little like down below, or comment if you have any questions about any stock in particular. And I'm actually really curious if you have any of these stocks or thinking about buying, let me know down below. We'll have a jolly good chat. So we'll see you next time. Check out Brent for his cryptos videos. And I'm gonna follow up with some more videos about EVs, disruptive tech, SPACs, warrants, all that good stuff. See you next time. Peace.